That is right, Crypto's tactical ability, his passive ability and his ultimate ability have all been leaked within the game files, and in today's video we're going to be speaking about all three of his abilities. Be sure to tune out throughout the whole video, and without further ado, let's talk about Crypto. So as I'm sure most of you guys are aware, Crypto is tipped to be the next Legends coming into Apex Legends within Season 3, which is due to launch in October. However, it's still possible that he could be launching within Season 2. Now, I'd just like to say all of the leaks we're going to be talking about today regarding Crypto are not confirmed by Apex Legends, but they have been found within the game files by a data miner called That One Mining Guy, which if you guys haven't heard of him already, I've already discussed him in my previous videos. He's probably the best data miner for Apex Legends, and he always manages to get in them game files every time an update comes out. And during the recent Iron Crown collection event, he's managed to dig even deeper into the files, and he's managed to find out Crypto's future abilities that we'll be able to use as soon as he launches. So let's start with Crypto's tactical ability. Now, all of his abilities actually tied down to the same thing, which is something we don't see with any other Legends in Apex Legends, but his tactical ability is an aerial drone. Now, it's a surveillance camera drone that lasts for 40 seconds and has a 200 meter range. 200 meters is actually really long range you can get this camera up to, and it can be destroyed by enemies, of course, otherwise it would be very overpowered. And it can hack doors, loot bins, pick up banners as well. The fact that this thing can pick up banners is actually really good, because how many times have you guys had it where your teammates' banners are in the storm and you just can't get to them as quick enough because you might go down yourself? This thing's going to come in clutch for you, bringing your teammates back into the game. Now, just by the description of his tactical ability, it does seem very overpowered, the fact that it can loot bins, pick up your players' banners. But the reason why I don't think it's going to be overpowered is because you probably have to bring that drone all the way back to your position in order to actually collect the player's banner and collect the loot. In the meantime, you've got to hope that it doesn't get shot down when you're bringing it back to your location. That's how I think it's going to work. Otherwise, it's going to be extremely overpowered, but I guess we'll have to wait and see to see how overpowered this thing is. So moving on to his passive ability. His passive ability actually ties down to his tactical, the aerial drone, and Crypto and teammates see what surveillance drone detects up to 30 meters away. So I presume this includes enemies as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be a wall hack type thing or if it's something that's only going to appear on the minimap for you and your teammates. But as I said, this also sounds very overpowered. I'm almost certain this is something that teammates will be able to see on the minimap only, and it might just bring a camera up on the minimap, or it will just detect enemies and loot and it will just ping them like you usually ping things on the map. That's how I think it's going to work. But the description of his passive ability does seem very interesting, and I can't wait to use it in game. So moving on to his ultimate. It's a weapon drone EMP, so you charge up an EMP blast from your drone, deals shield damage, slows enemies and disables all traps. Now I can see this coming in clutch during the late game, but as for the very little description we have of all three of these abilities, especially with the ultimate ability, I'm really not sure how it's going to work. I'm not sure if it's something you'll be able to control yourself or if it automatically will detonate. But something that's very interesting is his tactical ability, his passive ability and his ultimate ability all link down to the drone. Now, if I had to make a prediction on how the drone would work, I would presume it goes around with you automatically and randomly detects things, but you also have that option to manually control it. You can go to one side, pull out your laptop and then manually control it to go and hack doorways, loot bins. That's how I think it's going to work. I think it's going to have an option where you can set it to auto mode, and then when you want to use it yourself, you will also have that option. But there is a big counter to this. The first counter is that whenever you see a drone on the map, you know an enemy is within at least 200 meters. And the second thing is that you know somebody next to you is unable to fight back and they're probably hiding somewhere in a corner whilst using the drone, and you can try and look for them without the drone being able to spot you. That's how I think it's going to be. In fact, I'm actually looking more at the fact that you can only use this thing manually, because that will be a good counter and a good drawback to this thing, that you have to be in the drone at all times of use. I guess that will make it less overpowered. And if you want to opt out of the drone, it will probably automatically destroy it. That's going to make it more balanced compared to the other legends, and it actually makes sense going to a hiding spot, pulling out your laptop, then having a camera show up on screen. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on how you think you'll be able to use the drone, or will you be able to use it at all? Will it automatically just go around the map with you and pick up the banner that's nearby? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. As always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, be sure to drop it a big thumbs up down below, and as always, if you're currently not subscribed to the channel, be sure you're subscribing so you don't miss out on any future Apex Legends videos on the channel. Thank you guys all for watching. As always, my name's been Mirko, and I'll catch all of you guys out in another brand new Apex Legends video.